My dear sisters and children, in today's gospel, we heard about the birth of John the Baptist. As the message starts, the time came for Elizabeth to be delivered, and she gave birth to a son. Now, after son, usually in those days, the naming of the child took place during baptism. Did it take place during baptism? No. During what occasion it took place? During circumcision. So they took the child to circumcise the child. Now they wanted to name him after his father's name. What was his father's name? Zachariah. But his mother said, no, not so. He shall be called what? John. And they said to her, none of your kindred is called by this name. No one in their relatives had that same name. I have the same experience, but I don't know. But I have only heard about my baptism because I was being the last child. Usually they in South they have the first child or last child name after somehow they connect the family name. So they wanted to have my father's name, which is known as Tambusami. But my mother told, if you name him Tambusami, because since before my birth, I was only 4 months, no, in my mother's home, she told I will be every time remembered of my husband. So name him some other name similar to it. Therefore, only I am named instead of Tambuswami, Dhanswami. And so something similar is taking place here. And same thing they told her. There also those who had come for baptism, they told her, none of your kindred is called by this name. That also took place in my case also. And made signs to his father. What did he do? He asked for a writing tablet and wrote what name? John. He also wrote John, his name. What is the meaning of name John? Oh my God. What is the meaning of name John? Graciousness, anugraha. Okay. In Hindi, if you call it anugraha, in English it is called graciousness, because when the people started saying, what then will this child be? The following sentence says, for the hand of the Lord was with him. The grace of the Lord was with him. According to 166, that means, John means, the hand of the Lord or the grace of the Lord was with him. Now, we know all this background. Now, what all things taking place inside because of the birth of John the Baptist? First we hear, they rejoiced, all the people in the neighborhood rejoiced with Elizabeth. There is joy because of the birth of John the Baptist. Okay, because of John the Baptist. Then the naming of the child take place because his birth, they have named him a different name, which means the grace of God, the graciousness of Lord. Okay. And the third thing is that they all marveled about what all things are taking place there. There is wonder there. And there is fear also among the people because of the birth of this child. Because the incident that is taking place among them is taking in a strange way, because Zachariah and Elizabeth have passed the age of giving birth. Normally, after 60, it is very difficult. So they have crossed the age of giving birth. And therefore, the child that was born has created fear among the Lord. Among the people. So, and moreover, the child that was born is considered as the grace of the Lord and the hand of the Lord was working with him. And every child born among our midst, in our families, in our relatives, should be allowed that the hand of the Lord should work in them. Because if that doesn't work in them, then parents are taking the child as their owner. No, children belongs to their parents alone. First, he belongs to whom? God alone. God alone. Our parents are only stewards, not owners of any children. God has the full right over every child. That is the misunderstanding between the Christians also and the non-Christians also. And many people want their child to achieve something to gain their names, but not to gain the name of God, to work for Lord, to serve for the Lord. And we ourselves, sisters and fathers, we should motivate our family members. When they motivate them to go for this job, go for this profession, we should tell them, whatever profession you do, you should be at the service of the Lord. When our children, our relatives' children do not go after the service of the Lord, they are thinking that they own their children. No, they don't own their children. They are only stewards and caretakers. Like Zachariah and Elizabeth, they were only caretaker of their children, but not the owner of their children. Amen.